morning, ladies and gentlemen. We will be starting with our second Lightstone Auto Connect webinar. Before we do, however, just some house rules for you to consider. First being, we are recording the webinar, so this recording will be available and will be sent to you together with the online survey by close of business today. We enjoy quite an engaged environment, and so please take the time, share your comments and questions on the live chat functionality. We are also mindful of your time, and therefore no live questions will be answered during the next 60 minutes. We do, however, encourage you, as I mentioned, to use the live chat functionality and also watch out for that survey after the event today. So a warm welcome from the team of Lightstone experts, both myself as your host as well as my co-host today. Just perhaps a reminder, why do we do Auto Connect webinar series? What is the vision behind it? And very simple, for us it's a easy, it's a user-friendly and a safe way to make sure that we provide you with the latest insights around the Lightstone value proposition, any new developments, perhaps any changes to some of our products. And at the end of the day, we want to combine this into something that's valuable, that's short, impactful, and insightful for you, our user. We've got a jam-packed session today. And I think if I step back and consider what is the overarching themes for today, it really does focus on digitization, which I think is critical considering we're currently under lockdown 4 yet again and a COVID pandemic that's been affecting the way we do business over the last 18-month period. And I think a second key theme is retention. During difficult times, it becomes critical to look after the business, the clients that you have. And we hope that some of the key topics discussed today will enable you to do that. As I mentioned, my name is Jaco van Staden. I'm your host today. I also look after the sales portfolio at Lightstone Auto. I have a team of experts today sharing knowledge with you. They include Monique Ferreira, who will be looking or sharing some insight around the Lightstone Auto support desk. Corné Jansen van Vieren and Nelmarie Meyer, showcasing the best of our KYC and digital signing solutions. Chris Botma touching on e-compliance and why compliance is so important, especially in the current market environment. Then probably the highlight for me today is our sharing of our Q1 Star Reacher Award winners. So we've got the results in after our first quarter, and we'll be sharing the top performers under each category. We'll end off with Len van Wyk touching on Poppy. And I know that we might all be poppied out, but it will provide you with a short, concise overview around what Lightstone has been doing and what is available to try and assist you to make sure that you're Poppy compliant. I realized not so long ago that after 18 months, roughly, of being in this pandemic, I've been working with individuals that I actually haven't met yet. And so at Lightstone, we prefer to put a face to the name. And so that's what we've tried to do with this slide in particular. So just a quick from left to right overview of our hosts, our co-hosts today. You've got Monique Ferreira on the left, followed by Nelmarie Meyer, Corné Jansen van Vieren, Chris Botma, and Len van Wyk. Also, just a note, all our experts are online today. So please, we do encourage you to ask questions. If applicable and able, they will respond. And if not, we'll make sure we get back to you within a decent time period. So why do we do what we do? And what is the intention around the Auto Connect series and our passion for being Lightstone individuals working and supporting our stakeholders in the market? Well, in summary, it focuses around 3 themes. Our ethos is to make it easier to do business. We know, especially in the automotive environment, that improving the bottom line in the current environment is critical, and our tools are geared to do exactly that. We believe that the sustainability of the automotive industry is not only key for the individuals and stakeholders that are in the auto industry, but it's important from a social and economic impact for our country. And at Lightstone, we do our best to make sure that we keep you profitable and sustainable into the future. After our first Webinar Connect series, we distributed a survey. We had roughly 400 participants in the first Auto Connect webinar series. We received feedback from more, I think, than 130 respondents, giving us feedback on matters around how we could potentially improve the next one, and we've listened. And so today you'll see some of those recommendations hopefully coming into what we present. We were overwhelmed and very grateful for the positive feedback after the first webinar. The overall satisfaction rating in terms of how the webinar was run was sitting at 80%, so thank you for that. In addition to that, when we did ask and pose the question around, did you find the content valuable? We had a satisfaction rating of 90%. Again, we thank you for that, and it's fantastic for us to know that what we are pulling together, taking time and resources to pull together, is something that you do find valuable. We do, however, also know that there's always room for improvement, and having gone through the roughly 130 responses, having had conversations with individuals that did attend the previous webinar, we have made some changes. And let me summarize those. So I think, first of all, our first webinar, we did experience some technical glitches. That's mainly because we had different speakers in different areas within the country, and I think the transition between one speaker to the other could have gone a little bit more smoother. In addition to that, we also did get some feedback around quality of images and sound. And in order to mitigate those problems, we have partnered with Creative Space Media, an online events company that really are experts in running these type of events. So thank you to the Creative Space team, and I hope that the partnership will certainly shine through today in delivering a more seamless webinar experience. Then there was also a clear call for practical solutions and demonstrations from a product perspective that can really assist the F&I in their day-to-day operations. So again, you'll see that the lineup today is slightly more product focused. We've got our product teams presenting today, and we'll be doing demonstrations of actual tools being used. We do hope that this is more informative than perhaps our first one. And again, we encourage you that if we did miss a step, please tell us about that in the survey feedback. Last, but certainly not least, I think there was some negative experiences received or feedback received around the polling functionality in our first webinar. So to mitigate that, we've agreed not to do any live polling today, not because we don't want your feedback, but we do feel that the chat as well as the survey feedback does provide that engagement that's required. We are set for 60 minutes, and I've been asked to please keep my introduction short and concise. And so what I'm going to do next is provide just an overview around the auto service desk before I introduce Monique. The Lightstone Auto Service Desk, the theme around the team of people looking after your queries is to try and be informative, try and get responses back to you in a timeliest manner. And we do know that we don't always get it right the first time. But that really is our focus and ethos. That team has grown in leaps and bounds over the last 18-month period. We followed critical statistics that show us that our conversion and improvement rates are actually improving. And we also know that research shows us that it is 6 to 7 times more expensive to gather and gain new customers compared to looking after your existing ones. And so that is a critical measurement for us to follow. And we understand that from a dealership point of view, it's important that we look after your customers in a way that makes sure that they come back, and that retention and loyalty really is a key focus of this team. However, to give you a bit more detail around the Lightstone Auto Service Desk, I would like to introduce Monique Ferreira, the Head of Operations for Lightstone Auto. Over to you, Monique.
Thank you, Jaco. Good morning, everyone. So this is a good question. Yes, you certainly can contact the service desk. Our service desk consists of two specialized teams, which are the technical support team and the administration team. The technical support team is the team who really looks after all the technical issues, so anything that you might experience on the Signio system. And they're also there to help training on any new features that you might not know exactly how it works yet. The administration team can help set up new dealers and users, and they can also assist with ensuring that users have the correct permissions and are open for the correct products. Apart from looking after just the Signio clients, these teams are also starting to look after other Lightstone products like Live, AutoStats, and AutoMSA. Now, how can your dealership update user information on Signio? This is also something very exciting. We have built a new feature which enables the dealer to manage his own users on the Signio system. With this new feature, you can see all active users linked to your dealership. You can also request to be activated as a super user to manage the status of those users, thus adding new users, removing users that are no longer working at your dealership without having to contact the help desk. It is important that you know who has access to the Signio boardroom. And with this new feature, we believe we give you transparency and the power of making sure only the necessary people have access. Apart from that, you also help us by making sure the data we have for your dealership is correct and updated. You can find this new feature under the Signio tab by clicking on the New Dealer tab. So, contacting the service desk, we are working hard to implement new features that can help us to help you faster and more efficient. For example, we have recently launched a new dealer electronic onboarding link in order to remove all that manual work and making sure new dealers enjoy hassle-free onboarding. Now, also what we've done is when you send us an email, you will receive a closed ticket response. After the request has been successfully completed on this email, we ask you to give us a quick rating. Not only will you be able to rate the overall service, but also the agent who assisted you with this query. Now, to become the support team and the best support team and trusted advisors, we would like to urge you to please complete those surveys. We welcome good and bad feedback because this will help us to grow into a stronger team. Lastly, we're also busy implementing something very exciting, a live chat, which will soon be visible in the Signio boardroom. Now, instead of having to phone or email support for a quick question, you will be able to use that little pop-up and ask us your questions via this live chat. And we will have dedicated agents that will respond to your query. So watch this space. Lastly, contact details, very important. Often we get that question. Now, first of all, our administration team is open on Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our technical support team is open from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and also on Saturdays from 9 to 12 p.m. You can contact us on 087 359 3241 or 087 135 3968. Or you're also welcome to just give us a quick email. Send us an email to signiosupport@lightstoneauto.co.za. Our teams are here to simplify your complexities, so give us a call. Thank you, everyone, and thanks for watching. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Monique. Very insightful piece. And I think what's important to perhaps note from a supporting perspective is that in addition to a dedicated help desk, there's also a team of consultants that work very closely with Monique and her team. And if there's any way for us to improve or look at even further reducing time in terms of queries, please do also contact either your consultants, your team leads, or your key account managers for our dealer group partners. Thank you again, Monique. Over to our next section, and a section that I believe is extremely topical in our current environment. It sort of leads towards that theme of digitization, which I referred to earlier. And it is really looking at digitizing the customer service experience. We know that during the pandemic, our lives have really changed in terms of how we engage with customers and how customers choose to engage with us. To ensure that we stay abreast of new developments in the industry, the product team at Lightstone Auto has taken considerable time, resources, and expertise to, over the last 18 months, really understand how we can update and perhaps amend our current products to speak to the changing need in the market. For our next section, we'll be focusing on two of those changes. While we've seen a superb increase in KYC adoption over the last 4 to 5 month period, we do believe that there's still quite a big room for improvement around how and that penetration around KYC in the market. And then in addition to that, the dealer signing solution has also been fantastically adopted over the last 4 to 5 month period. That being said, we do know that as with any product, there's always feedback that we can consider, changes that we can make. And I think from an overview perspective, Corneille and Nelmri will be giving us exactly what our thoughts are, what the current functionality is, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts and feedback on that. So without much further ado, I'm now going to hand over to Corneille and Nelmri.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Corneille, and my team and I are looking after the interest of your relevant VAP or insurance supplier's ability to electronically facilitate your preferred product on Signio. The team is responsible to administer your product throughout its life cycle and, most importantly, ensure your product functionality is still relevant technologically in a constant changing competitive environment. We all experience how the world has changed over the last couple of months, and we have identified the opportunity to offer a more seamless digital signing process when concluding your VAP and supporting documentation with your customer. If you are looking for the ideal remote signing solution, which saves you time while preparing your customer's finance and VAP products, this is the solution to try. Some key benefits and highlights from the product: selecting the signing sequence between F&I and customer, allow the signatories to sign using their smartphone remotely, cater for signing with a unique one-time PIN, both for customer and your F&I, constant visibility for your customer to view their product, that product, document at their own leisure, anytime. Lastly, thank you to those F&Is that have already signed up for the new digital signing solution, and those that have not signed up, I would like to remind you, it is still available. I'm going to hand you over to Nelmri, my colleague, that will be taking you through the KYC solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Corneille. Hello and welcome. I'm the product owner that is responsible for the Know Your Client products in Signio. We took our time perfecting 2 KYC solutions to help you as a dealership to identify your client, reduce your risk and mitigate fraud. Formcorp's Curator product is a very easy to use KYC solution. It will take your customer no more than 30 seconds to complete the onboarding, and you will receive an immediate result from Home Affairs. This solution is only 18 Rand per transaction. The contactable solution is a simple digital process giving you the ability to verify the customer's identity and liveness and also validate the address of your customer. The solution has been approved by all the major finance institutions and can assist you with your buyout process. This solution costs at R50 per transaction.
Thank you, Corné and Nelmarie. For me, important consideration is when we do take the time to build solutions for the market, we do so in a responsible manner, and that ensures that from a compliance perspective, from a legal perspective, we ensure that we look after the best interest of our dealer partners, and there might be one or two environments where the process does seem slightly more cumbersome than required. We can assure you that the reason for our exact process and thinking is to ensure that we do not add any further risk to you as our dealer partner. So thank you again, Corné and Nelmarie, for that section. I've touched on compliance, and I think it provides a fantastic intro into our following section, which is our e-compliance product offering and module. This built specifically to reduce time for our key individuals and F&I managers on the road. A very simple online tool that allows you to not only be compliant, but also produce and save all the required information into a central environment where quite easily you could expose, present, and share those reports with whatever authority requires to see your progress and feedback. So we did feel it quite important to perhaps just do a refresher on the e-compliance module offered to the market. Again, we've got quite a number of dealers and dealer groups currently utilizing this tool, and we do urge you to consider or to contact one of our consultants should you be interested in finding out a little bit more. And as I've mentioned earlier, also provide feedback on perhaps additional functionality that you think will add value in the process. So without further ado, I'm now going to hand over to Chris. Welcome, Chris.
Are you a motor dealer risk manager, financial service provider, or a compliance officer within the motor industry? Do you find it challenging to manage the legislative risk involved in the motor industry, including countless hours on the road traveling between dealership branches to perform manual audits? Lightstone presents e-compliance, an online compliance risk management system. The e-compliance solution simplifies the complexities of managing risk by providing an off-site, electronic, and cost-effective alternative. It's a single solution where vehicle and asset finance transaction data from your electronic deal files are brought together into a seamless auditing process. How does it work? Concluded transactions are automatically populated from Signio into e-compliance, allowing users to easily view and audit the relevant supporting documentation uploaded or created by the F&I. The e-compliance advanced auditing capabilities enables users to create custom audits and formulate targeted audit questionnaires addressing their unique requirements. Comprehensive reports provide valuable insights into the status of compliance by displaying audit results per representative per branch. Reports are available in PDF and Excel form for downloading and printing. Impressed yet? The solution provides multiple additional functionalities. One such functionality allows for the creation of training modules, which can be applied to regulated as well as non-regulated training needs, simplifying the continuous need for proof of training provided. Trust e-compliance to address your comprehensive risk management needs. For more information, contact us. Lightstone, We simplify the complex.
Thank you, Jaco. In our dealership environment, there are a lot of risks which the dealership and an FSP needs to manage. But many of these are so complicated and difficult to manage due to the fact that we have got a lot on our plates as a dealership, as an FSP, and it makes it difficult to manage. Ultimately, it is important to remember that the manager of the business, being it the dealership or an FSP, can ultimately be held responsible for these risks and can be held accountable. It is important to use electronic systems which can help you to manage these risks. E-compliance is such a system that was developed to be an online, centralized system to help you as a dealership or an FSP to manage the different types of risks. It can be done through customizable online auditing questionnaires that's created by you as the dealership. And these will help you to manage the specific risk and need in your dealership. It's important to understand that deal files are audited in terms of the FASE Act, but there are a lot of other risks like POPI, FIC, CPA, and all these types of regulatory requirements that you need to adhere to, which also needs to be managed by yourself. And that is where e-compliance comes in, where you can create customized audit questionnaires to ensure compliance with these different types of requirements. E-compliance also allows for regulatory and non-regulatory training. So this helps you to do training internally in your business, being it from a regulatory perspective or non-regulatory perspective. It can be used for Signio users as well as non-Signio users. In other words, you can train your F&Is and you can train your salespeople through this. It's a centralized online system which also helps you to manage that risk of training in your business dealership. It is important that management is provided with a centralized training tool, with a centralized tool where you can have a view on the training done in your business. Should you want more information on e-compliance, please contact your local Lightstone sales consultant as soon as possible.
Thank you, Chris. From what I've experienced using the e-compliance module, I must admit that I can attest to the fact that it is simplifying the complex and certainly a fantastic tool to use, specifically from a report and consolidation point of view. Ladies and gentlemen, our partners online, as well as key stakeholders to the automotive industry, it's a fantastic and exciting exercise that will be our next segment. And that is a view on our first quarter winners in terms of our Lightstone Star Reacher F&I Awards program. This program was conceptualized more than a year ago, and after really thinking how we can not only add value to the market, but how we can incentivize the digitization of certain tools within the market. And again, I think this ties in with our view around sustainability for the automotive industry. We came to 5 key stars that we believe adequately tracks and then rewards F&Is for delivering exceptional service. That is the objective of the next segment. It is to say well done to our F&I partners that have overachieved, that have excelled, and that are showcasing that they are leaders of the pack. We would like to just note that this is the quarter 1 results, so you still have an opportunity to register as part of the F&I Star Reacher Award program, and we will be updating quarterly award winners every 3 months until we get to our Very exciting annual awards program, which, depending on COVID, we're still figuring out exactly what would be the best way for us to deliver that. But I can guarantee you that it's going to be spectacular. So without further ado, I'll now hand over again to Chris to take us through the Q1 winners. Thank you, Chris.
F&I managers are the stars of the auto industry. Their skills, hard work and dedication delivers value and drives profitability at dealerships across the country. But how often are they recognized and rewarded for the stars that they are? They are now. The Lightstone Star Reacher F&I Awards is an incentive program that aims to recognize and reward excellence in the F&I industry, while promoting continuous learning and professional development to elevate F&I managers to 5-star professionals. The end goal? For all F&I professionals to join the exclusive circle of 5-star F&I managers countrywide, while winning rewards and recognition along the way. F&I managers stand to win big prizes, holiday rewards, and VIP guest treatment at the annual F&I conference. And it's not only F&I managers that will benefit. It's a win-win for dealers too, as F&I managers compete to improve their knowledge and performance, strengthening their skills base and the dealership's bottom line. Excellence is the name of the game, with a focus being to achieve stars in 5 areas, being VAP penetration, insurance leads, training via Signio e-learning, dealer satisfaction index participation, KYC and DSS usage on Signio. By achieving the best scores, F&I managers qualify for exciting rewards. Performance is measured per quarter, and the top 5 achievers in each category will be recognized. This all leads up to the prestigious annual award ceremony, where we will recognize all top performers based on their performance over the entire 12-month period.
My team and I are proud to bring you the Lightstone Star Reacher F&I Awards program. We believe in the value and impact of F&I managers on dealer profitability and sustainability. We created this program to recognize and reward top-performing F&Is and to allow for the broad participation from the F&I community, where performance is benchmarked and improvements are tracked over time. The drive is to build a big and flourishing community of 5-star F&I managers, and we look forward to adding many winners and achievers to this exclusive group.
The Lightstone Star Reacher F&I Awards, brought to you by Lightstone Auto.
Lightstone Star Reacher F&I Awards was launched in April, and based on the number of registrations we received, it is very clear to us that the F&Is are very excited about this competition. The aim of the program is to encourage F&Is to make use of the electronic functionalities in Signio, and Lightstone wants to recognize the F&Is who does this and thereby are simplifying their everyday work. By using the Signio system to its full capability, you're not just only simplifying your work, but you're also contributing towards the profitability in your dealership, and at the same time providing your customer with a very professional service. The competition is divided into quarterly competitions rolled up into the annual competition, where our eventual winners can win prizes up to 30,000 Rand. I'm very excited to announce our quarterly winners for this first quarter for each category. What I will do is I'll just read the names of the top 5 in each category in no particular order, and then I will announce the winner in the category, in that specific category after that. Right, so the top 5 in the mega category are Stefanus Jonker, Christine Reeks, Lindy Vandenberg, Candice de Jong, and Dulandi Volmerans. Congratulations to you 5. And the winner in the mega category is Christine Reeks. Congratulations, Christine, and well done. Next category is our high category, and our top 5 in this category, in no particular order, are as follows. Yvette Smith, Jasmine Vadia, Esna Reineke, Shanae Gous, and Devashni Bangtu. And the winner in our high category is Yvette Smith. Congratulations, Yvette, and well done. Moving on to our next category, the medium category. Our top 5 winners there. We have Marissa Zeli, Timothy Charles, Dion Jacobs, Melanie Swart, and Deveshni Jageser. Congratulations to the 5 of you. And our winner in this category, the medium category, is Timothy Charles. Well done, Timothy, and congratulations. Right, now the next category is our low category, and the top 5 performers in this category are Chantel Birkin, Shelby van Tonder, Aleta Bridges, Vanessa Botma, and Natasha Williams. Well done to all of you, and congratulations. Our winner in this category is Shelby van Tonder. Congratulations and well done. Our last category is our entry level, and our top 5 performers in this category are Mala Ajoya, Amanda Style, Sharon Isak, Johanna van Dijk, and Stefanus Kruger. And the winner in this category is Amanda Style. There we go. Congratulations to all our winners. We will be in contact with you very soon and shortly to discuss your prizes with you, but well done. And to the rest of the F&Is who might not be in this top 5 yet, remember your time is not up. There's a lot of time still to compete in the quarterly competitions going forward. Our annual competition only ends in April next year. So there's a lot of time still to catch up and to be part of this exciting competition. Let us know if you've got any questions. If you have not registered for the competition yet, you can still register for the quarterly competitions by going to your My Profile and registering there in Signio. If you are experiencing any issues with that, please contact your Signio consultant and they will be able to assist you. For the rest, shine bright.
Thank you, Chris. And I think only appropriate to also thank you and your team for really over the last quarter working extremely hard to making sure that we not only get a fantastic audience that forms part of the Star Reach Award program, and that's in excess of 700 dealers that have signed up, but also ensuring that we run the analysis, that we double check and verify the scores, and I can confirm that it was a very close race in quarter one, with in some of the categories 1 or 2 points making the difference. But also I think a big congratulations to Christine, Yvette, Timothy, Shelby, and Amanda. Well done and congratulations, and fantastic achievement for Q1. And I think the only thing I can add to that is long may it continue and keep up the good work. So yeah, thank you very much, Chris. Very exciting segment for us, and we do look forward to sharing progress with our dealer partners in the coming months. We now move over to our last segment of the day. And important to note that from a POPIA point of view and a journey, I would like to almost invite you to please have a look at the lightstone.co.za website. We actually have under the auto banner, we've got a section on POPI, and we've gone to great deals in a series of 5 or 6 different communications to try and give you all the insight that you need in order to really understand how does this impact my dealership, what can I do to ensure that I'm compliant, as well as reduce risk in the long term, which I think is a key focus area for Lightstone, and ensuring that as your data partner, in many cases, we look after your data in a responsible manner. So we've worked very hard to make sure that we are POPI compliant. And if there are any areas that you are unsure about, we please do invite you to get hold of one of your consultants or one of the POPI team members. We will certainly take that time to ensure that we add value and hopefully clarify any misunderstandings or any questions that you might have. However, I am certainly not a legal expert. I do have one in my team, and that is Len van Wyk, our legal advisor at Lightstone. And Len, I'm going to ask you to please share some insight around what POPIA means for the F&I. Thank you, Len.
Thank you, Jaco. This is a question that's asked often in the industry. We need to consider a few different aspects that will include the way you collect personal information, how you inform clients what their personal information will be used for, forwarding your personal information to third parties, how you keep personal information safe, as well as the destruction of personal information. Make sure the personal information you collect is accurate, keep the personal information safe and secured, and use the personal information only for the purpose that it was collected. In an instance that you want to forward the personal information to a third party or process it for any other reason, get consent from your client. In most instances, it would be clear as the client is in the process of buying a vehicle from the dealership and probably applying for credit to finance the vehicle. You need to make it clear to the client if you have the intention to use the information for any other purpose, like forwarding it to a third party. You can forward personal information to a third party if you have consent from the client. We recommend that you get the consent in writing and keep this on file, should there be a dispute about this at a later stage. Where you forward the personal information for the intention of direct marketing, you need to have Form 4 consent. This is the prescribed manner to get consent for direct marketing. You need to keep this form on file as you might need it at a later stage. The onus to prove that the client gave consent will remain on the dealership. We are in a digital age. Firstly, make sure your device, like your desktop or laptop, is protected with a strong, secure password. Change your password regularly and do not share your password with anyone else. When it comes to hard copies, you need to have a clean desk policy to ensure that the information you receive stays safe and private. I suggest that all personal information that's printed and managed by the F&I manager are stored in a safe place, like a lock-up storage room or cabinet in your office. Also, ensure that your office is locked when you are not present. As an F&I, you can also ensure that colleagues do not keep clients' personal information lying around on their tables or other easily accessible places. Yes, you can still contact your customers to inform them of related services or products, as long as they have not previously indicated that they do not want to be contacted. For example, when a new vehicle model arrives, you can contact your clients to inform them thereof and invite them to view the vehicle. Marketing material can be sent to your clients. Provide them with an opt-out or unsubscribe option. You can also still contact your clients for non-market related communication, for example, asking clients to take part in a client satisfaction survey. The personal information you store about clients can be destroyed after the different time periods that you need to store it has lapsed. For example, phase prescribes a 5-year period after termination of the product concerned or after the rendering of the financial services. You can also destroy the information when requested to do so by the client, if there is no legislative duty on the dealership to store it any further. Do not store personal information that you do not need for any further purpose. So, we've looked at some of the most important aspects F&I managers need to take into account in going about their day-to-day duties. Let's talk about how Lightstone supports you in ensuring POPIA compliance. Lightstone has developed the functionality of a consent form for Signio users that enable dealerships to get consent from clients and store it electronically. The electronic document will enable you to request consent to share personal information with your panel of insurers for competitive quotations, value-added services, and to conduct market or customer satisfaction research. The electronic consent form will inform the customer of its rights and how his personal information will be used. Links will be available if the client needs more information, has a query, or wants to read the privacy policy. This consent will be stored and available on request to dealerships. The consent will be forwarded to clients at inception of the agreement and will be available on email and SMS. The system will recognize the response from the client and send leads out when the application is approved. As another value add, Lightstone will soon be introducing the PD Vault. This product will give your clients the opportunity to control market material they receive. Customers can also elect to receive a monthly newsletter. Finally, the Lightstone Academy has developed POPI training to support the motor retail industry. Details are available under courses on the IDA website at www.ida.co.za. As your partner in simplifying the complex, we call on all F&Is to make use of the Lightstone Solutions provider. We request that you make use of the electronic consent form on Signio. It's important that F&Is support this product as you are the person engaging with the customer. Visit their website and have a look at the available training and information on the POPIA page. PD Vault is coming soon and will be discussed with you in due course. Together, we can ensure compliance while you continue growing your leads and closing deals. Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you, Len. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our second Lightstone Auto Connect webinar. I would like to, in closing, thank you for your comments. I have noted a few, so please allow me just to glance at my phone while I provide that feedback. Ariana, thank you for the compliment with regards to KYC and also extending that compliment to Nelmarie and Corne and their teams. Shelby, only a pleasure, and we know Tasha is a fantastic lady looking after you. So I think thank you also for extending that compliment to Tasha. Timothy, we take note of your concern with regards to technical experience in the service desk environment. I can assure you that this is front of mind for the Lightstone team, and I will invite Monique to also engage with you in ways in which we can perhaps speed up the training in that team. But thank you for raising that concern. And then Etienne, I will make sure that Chris gets back to you to clarify exactly how the scoring works and when we do update the scoring throughout the various days in the month. That, ladies and gentlemen, is sort of the end of it. But before we sign out, you just again have an opportunity to win. So I'm going to remind you that you will be receiving an email from hello@lightstone.co.za. In that email, you'll receive a link to a survey. We encourage you to tell us what else you think we can share with you. Where do you feel we can do better, or perhaps compliment us on where you do think that we've done a good job. In addition to that email, you will also find a link that will include the recording of this morning's session. If you want to share that with perhaps some of your team members, or to individuals that might not have been able to join us this morning, you are more than welcome to do so. And I think then, as a last closing comment from my side, thank you to my team for again pulling together. And we do know that, at the moment there's not much time lying around. I do appreciate your support in making sure that we can engage with our dealer clients in an effective manner. We appreciate the time and effort you've put into making today work. With what's happening in our country at the moment, I also urge all of you to please stay safe. Look after your family, your friends, the ones that require our help and assistance. And I wish you well moving forward. On that note, tot ziens, Salagatle. Goodbye.